Hello and welcome into another edition of the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. The Firebirds are back home at Eldridge Park after last night's tough 5-0 loss against the Harwich Mariners, their fourth loss against the Mariners this season. But hey, today is a new day. But before we get into today's matchup against the Falmouth Commodores, we do have to talk about last night. Ian, the offense struggled. They had 5 hits but no runs. What were you seeing in the batter's box?
Well, it's because with runners in scoring position, Sammy, a group that looked really great earlier on in the week against Hyannis and Wareham wasn't able to convert 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position last night. And just great pitching. I mean, Bostic was unbelievable. He was one of the best pitchers individually in a single game I think I've seen in the Cape Cod Baseball League this year. 6 innings, kept the pitch count low, kept the strikeouts high. His stuff, which was really good at the JUCO level, is going to translate to the next level. And last night, Orleans ran into a brick wall. There's not much more you could do about that.
Now, not only did the Mariners have strong pitching, the Firebirds also had strong pitching as well. It was the Danny 1-2 punch. Daniel Avitia, the right-handed pitcher from GCU, started things off. He went 4 innings with 2 Ks, and then Danny Carrion came out, right-handed pitcher from UC Davis, and absolutely had an incredible outing. 4 innings, 6 Ks, no runs scored. Dylan, what'd you see from those two?
Well, let's start with Avidia. I think he got a little bit unlucky. A lot of weak contact that found holes in the Firebirds defense, which also wasn't up to scruff as well. That's kind of why the game got out of hand, ended up being 5-0. It was probably a closer game when you look at it and you were there. But Danny Carrion, who came out of the bullpen, not only was he incredible, but really proved a purpose for this team going into Falmouth tonight, Katuitt tomorrow, and then a game Monday and Tuesday in the restful bullpen. So Carrion really took a lot on his shoulders, took those 4 innings and ran with it. He proved a lot in his last appearance of the Firebird.
Now, sticking here with pitching, today starting on the mound for the Firebirds is Sam Leboki, a pitcher from Vanderbilt, and he hasn't had the best start so far in Orleans, but he's looking to really pick it up a notch. Ian, what should we be expecting from him today?
Well, you'd hope Sam could go 2, maybe 3 innings today. I know it's going to be a bullpen day for Orleans, and they've got a great one, so they should trust it, but you hope Leboki can set the tone. The big thing for him, which he struggled a little bit with in his last start in a bullpen game against Bourne last weekend, just keep the pitches a little lower in the zone. He's not going to blow it out at 95 miles an hour or faster. That's not how he beats you on the mound. He beats you with pitch location. Keep it on the lower third of his zone. Keep it away from the high fastball in the upper third, and then you're going to be smooth sailing from there.
And like Ian noted, it will most likely be a bullpen day. We should be expecting at least 5 to 7 different arms on the bump. Dylan, who should Firebirds fans really be watching out for today?
Well, I think Derek Clark can have a big impact in this game, and he's a guy who could pretty much start for this team if he really wanted to. He can go upwards of 3, 4, maybe even 5 innings. So maybe not as many arms as we were used to. I mean, we've had 6, 7 arms come out of the bullpen. I think if Derek Clark comes in, he can give the team 3 to 4 really strong innings.
Now, Falmouth went through some growing pains in the start of the season, but now they're starting to get hot. So, Ian, the question to you is what have been some of their strengths you've seen?
Offense. Offense wins game. I guess pitching wins championships. But right now, Falmouth's got its season back on track because of the bats. For Jeff Trundy's team, Gavin Keelan, a player who's been here all summer long. He's gotten hot as of late. He's top 10 of the league in batting average. Louisville infielder that Eddie King knows pretty well. And then also Travis Bizana, one of the more recent additions to this team. A really interesting story. The Australian from Oregon State, one of the best players in the country this past year with the Beavs. He's been really good. It's going to be the second time Orleans has seen him, and he's got unreal speed, especially potentially with stealing some backs.
And guys, it wouldn't be a pregame show without our keys to the game. Dylan, you're up first.
I think in a lot of the Firebirds' losses, it's been a lot on the defense. So they have to clean up the defense tonight, have a clean game. Last week against Falmouth, they had 3 errors, and all 4 runs that they gave up went unearned. That cannot happen tonight. Clean defense from the Firebirds.
Ian, how about you?
I'll keep it simple. Score first. Whether you have to manufacture a run, lay down a good bunt, which this team likes to do, or just will your way to get on a scoreboard first, I think that sets the tone. The scoreboard, Firebirds, English, not my strong suit. Got to score first in this game.
There you go. Well, it should definitely be an exciting game, and stay tuned for a lot more content on the Scorching Start.
All right, let's go to war, boys. You guys keep it out.
I'm now joined alongside Eddie Micheletti. Eddie, believe it or not, we're about a month into the season. How have you been enjoying it so far?
Oh, man, it's been going by really fast, and that's how you know it's been a lot of fun. Just spending the time with the guys and being at the field every day. Time flies, and I've enjoyed every second of it.
Now, of course, this is definitely not your first time here in Orleans. You used to grow up coming every single summer, and you said you dreamed about playing here at Eldridge Park. Now you're wearing that jersey. How much does it mean to you?
Yeah, it just gives me extra motivation every day. Just coming here and seeing this field, it kind of just lights a spark in my mind. And, I'm super grateful that I'm here every day. I remember watching it on the hill, and now I'm playing on the field, so it's a great transition, and I'm very excited.
And speaking of that hill, night in and night out, there's so many kids that were just like you who just dream about putting on that Firebirds jersey. If there was a special message, what would you give them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just to, I was talking with my dad the other day, it's like, it's funny because asking, if someone told me I would be playing here, I'd be like, wow, like I must have really worked hard, So, anything's possible really because I'm just another kid that watched the game and now I'm playing here. So, always work, and my message would be just put your head down and work, and anything's possible.
And you were here from day one of the original guys here. So how special is it also to build that foundation of really what the team identity is?
Yeah, Coach Kelly has a lot of, this team is full of tradition and, respecting the game. And just being a part of it from day one and learning the culture really helped me embody it and help the team have the same culture. So, being a day one guy is definitely important to me.
You mentioned your dad. I know you have a very close relationship with your family. How important is it to have that base that you can go to for anything?
Yeah, it's really important to me, and having a family foundation that you can rely on is huge. And I'm very grateful to have family that has my back. So,
And you just recently entered the transfer portal. What factors led you to that decision?
Yeah, I think me and GW, we had a mutual respect for each other, and I love the coaches there and everything, but I think it was just best for me to move on and find a better place to play, and better academics as well. Even though GW is a great school, I'm always just shooting to be the best possible player I can be, and I want to go somewhere and put myself on a bigger stage.
And at GW, you were Mr. Reliable. You started every 55 games you played in, and here you're also that Mr. Reliable. So how does it feel to really have that trust from the coaches?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I know they trust me a lot up there. It's definitely tiring on the body playing all these games, but there's nothing I'd rather be doing. So, just helping the team and being someone that they can rely on is a big for me. It makes me feel really good about myself.
And the Cape League is known for having some of the best players in the entire country. So how much do you think that's helping you push you this summer to really reach that next level?
Yeah, well, iron sharpens iron. So, when you put yourself with the best, you're going to grow. And, there's no place I'd rather be. I'm getting better every day. I'm learning every day. And I'm sure every other guy is as well. And, competing with the best is where I like to be.
And this team is something special. It's a very close group. Usually you don't see that a lot in summer ball. How awesome is it to have that tight-knit group?
Oh, man, it's awesome. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. These guys, everyone loves each other, and, we're just hanging out, having fun. You won't see us by ourselves. We'll always be with someone else. And just that culture just helps you really relax on the field and, let everyone's potential, maximize.
And you're Mr. Orleans, so everyone goes to you if they need any recs. Do you have any recs that you give for food out here?
Oh, man, I'm probably my two are the corner store and the Knack, but Cook's is pretty good too. Land Ho is great, but yeah, everyone comes to me. What beach should we go to and stuff. So we've all had a lot of fun. I've helped a lot of guys out.
Mr. Cape Cod right here. You also said that you surf. Have you been able to catch any waves this summer?
Yeah, no, I haven't. But the last time I was surfing here, I actually was in the middle of a shark sighting where I was pulled off the beach, and I haven't surfed since then, but I'm looking to do it one more time before I leave here.
There you go, a little scarred from that maybe. Yeah. And yesterday I asked Johnny, because he's also a surfer, how that competition would go between you two. So now I ask you, how do you think that competition would be between you two?
Oh man, well, I don't know how I'm going to compete against someone from California, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So we'll see. We'll have to do that.
There we go. Okay, Firebird fans, a competition might be on the way, but thank you so much, Eddie. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Go Birds.
Hey, set the tone, boys.
I'm now joined alongside Firebirds manager Kelly Nicholson. Now, Coach, of course not the outcome you wanted last night, but what did you see from the offense?
Scoring runs, and Harwich pitched really well last night. Their starter gave them 6, and they brought in their setup guy who was good, and their closer was really good from Wake Forest, threw a nasty split finger. And, hey, it's going to happen in the summer. We're going to get shut out now and then, and we're going to shut teams out now and then. And Harwich has just had our number this summer for whatever reason. But they played well. They played better. They deserved to win that game last night.
And you said the Harwich pitching was good. Well, your pitching was also good. It was the Danny show last night, Daniel Avitia and then Danny Carry-On coming in. So what did you see from those two arms?
Well, I told Danny Avitia that the score was not indicative of the game, I thought. It was 2-0, right? He gave up a 2-run homer early. And then there were men on second and third with one out. We brought the infield in, and we got a ground ball to the shortstop. He did a good job getting a ground ball, and then we threw it away, which allowed 2 runs, and they wound up getting another single and made it 5. So we were chasing 5 instead of who knows what would have happened had we, thrown that guy out at the plate. It might have been a different story. It might not have been. We'll never know. But you just can't make errors. And, we made a base running blunder late, got thrown out late, down 5, running when we should not have been running. And you just can't do that in this league or you're going to get beat. And we got beat. And like I said, Harwich played better, and they deserved to beat us last night.
And Drew Farrow has been a player who's kind of struggled a little early on in the season with offense, but last night he had 2 hits. So how awesome is it to really see him pick it up? Yeah, it was great because he's out here daily working with Max and working with the other hitters in the afternoon. And he crushed that ball to left center field from the left side and then smashed the ball over the second baseman's head for his second hit. He's a good player. I thought he played, even though he threw that one ball away, I thought he played solid defense at short, and hey, he's coming along. I think he has learned a lot this summer. He's maturing, he's growing as a player and as a person, and I think he's going to be really good for Florida State next spring. And your opponent tonight, the Falmouth Commodores, they had a bit of a slow start. Now they're picking it up, and both teams really have some big bats. What should we be expecting tonight? Yeah, I was going over. Actually, Donna was helping me going over notes this morning, and they've got some big bats in the lineup. They are predominantly left-handed. The McGregor kid from Northeastern is leading the charge, and then they have Bazana, and I think there are 6 or 7 left-handers in that lineup. We're throwing Sam Laboki. We got Derek Clark right behind him. We have Riley Fry in the bullpen, and hopefully we can get the ball to Matson in the 8th or the 9th. We think we match up pretty well with them with what we have in the pen and Sam starting and the left-handers that we have available today. So it should be a good matchup today. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited. Good luck tonight. You bet. Thank you, Sammy.